everyone, Alicia here with another lightened up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is for a easy no-bake graham cracker crust. Now this graham cracker crust is kind of my go-to when I want to use a graham cracker crust, make a graham cracker crust. It is super easy. It only has 3 ingredients and it comes together in just minutes. There's no need to buy a crust. This is way cheaper. It's lower in points, and as I said, it is super easy. So I thought I would just share this one with you guys. It is the holiday season, it is pie season, and this makes a great crust for a lot of different pies. So let me jump in and I'll show you what you're gonna need to make this. So again, this is just 3 simple ingredients. First off, you're gonna need some graham crackers, 8 full sheets. You could use chocolate also, that makes a great crust as well. And then next up in here, I've got some Lakanto monk fruit with allulose. It's just the classic. I'm gonna be using 2 teaspoons. I don't like a super sweet crust. If you want a little bit sweeter crust, you can definitely up that to 3 or 4 teaspoons. And then finally, I'm gonna be using some of this Brummel and Brown made with real yogurt butter spread, 4 tablespoons of this, and that is everything, so let me get us started. First thing you're gonna wanna do is take your graham crackers and you're gonna wanna get them crushed up. And the way I do that is I just add mine to a Ziploc bag. Zip that up. And then I take a rolling pin and I just break them up until I've got pretty small crumbs. Now you can do this in a food processor if you want. I don't like to use a food processor for this small of a job, so this works really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and break these up and I'll be back. Also, rolling them works pretty well too, once you've got them sort of broken up. All right, I've got these broken up and rolled out into pretty small crumbs. So now I'm gonna set these aside. And in a small to medium-sized bowl, I'm gonna get my butter spread weighed out. And again, that is 4 tablespoons, or if you want to weigh it out like I'm going to, it is 56 grams. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to microwave it for about 20-30 seconds to get that melted. Now that I've got that melted, I'm going to pour in my graham cracker crumbs. And add in my 2 teaspoons of Lakanto Classic or calorie-free sweetener of your choice. And again, if you want this a little sweeter, you can definitely add more sweetener to it. Now I'm gonna just stir all of that together. I'm gonna just kind of stir it until it sort of resembles wet sand, like that. And I'm gonna grab myself a pie pan. And this is just a 9-inch pie pan. And I'm gonna just pour my mixture in. And then with clean hands, I'm gonna just press it down into my pie pan. And you could take this up the sides. I usually don't, just to kind of simplify things. I usually just put my crusts, when I'm doing graham cracker crusts, on the very bottom. But you wanna just press this in as evenly as you can. So now that you've got this crust in there, you can do 2 different things with this. I call this no bake because typically when I make this, I don't bake the crust. What I will do is I will put it in the fridge while I'm either working on my filling or for at least a good 15 minutes. And that just allows this crust to kind of set up. The butter spread in it is gonna cool down and kind of solidify and make this set up. But if you want to bake it, you absolutely can too. And again, sometimes I do. And to do that, you're gonna want to bake it at 350 Fahrenheit for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. And then you're gonna wanna let it cool completely before you put whatever filling, either a no-bake filling or a filling that you're gonna bake in it. But again, it is completely optional. With graham cracker crusts, they don't need to be baked. So that is entirely up to you. But again, that's all there is to this one. Super simple. and my go-to for a graham cracker crust, especially a lightened up graham cracker crust. I'll have some links down below of pie recipes that I've used this graham cracker crust with. If you guys want to check any of those out to see what kind of pies, Weight Watcher pies, I should say, pair really well with this. The points on this for the total crust is 27 points. And that is definitely lower, again, than the store-bought ones. They range anywhere from the 30s up into the 40s from what I've seen point-wise. So this is a great option if you are counting those points. If you'd like to try this crust out yourself, be sure to check down in the description box below this video where I will have a link for this recipe over on my website where you will find the full list of ingredients, instructions, WW recipe builder link, and other nutritional info. All of that is going to be over on my website. But thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you on the next one.